Welcome back to Tux Traveler. I want to remind you that the point of the journey is not to arrive. I love that song. It comes from the song Prime Mover from Rush. And so I had my friend paint that as the back plate up here. But I want to talk today about one more element of organization. And this one has vexed me since Vanlife. Nothing has frustrated me more than the organizational mess that gets up there. But just the other day, I'm going into an Ollie's, and there's a few things that they might have had that I was looking out for. And I'm like, one of the things I'm going to look for is some way to organize the mess that's up here. So let me go ahead and show you what we got up here. This is actually where I have my dresser. It works nice up here, especially since this spot up here can get quite warm in your van. And so having a bunch of clothes up here is basically a bunch of insulation. And it works out great. Here's the downside. It's this giant open space, and so things get everywhere. You kind of want maybe the shirts over here, the pants over here, the shorts over here. You kind of put them there, but as you go up to grab stuff throughout the day, everything shifts. And it causes a problem. Now, the other things I keep up here, I actually have my green screen. So we actually have a green screen set up here for some of the videos on some of the other channels. And I actually, the tripod that we're on right now actually lives right here, and it works perfectly. And then I have a few other miscellaneous items back there. Some of those will go back in storage next time I go around there. But I kept on having this problem up here. I'm going to show you how I solved it, and it's pretty cheap. I was able to find these guys at Ollie's. It's a pack of 4 of them for $5. And they are simply little fold flat boxes. Now, they are too tall to fit up here. That was one of my first problems. Of course, since they're small, you can put them in here, open them up, but then you had problems getting up here and all this kind of stuff. So I'm like, well, what happens if you were to cut these a little bit? So I end up finding out that if you just take along these seams and just cut it with some standard scissors, now what we have is I have basically flexible little walls that keep things nice and organized. And I can actually pull them out a little bit easier now, so I can just go ahead and do this. And the only one I have to fight with is the back one. But now we have a nice organization system here. This one is for shirts, obviously. So I just have a pile of shirts and I roll them up like this so that they're nice and small. And that way I have the shirts I might use more frequently in the front. I have the shirts I might use more seldomly in the back. So like in the back, I have a long sleeve black button up, not exactly summer wear. And I have a long sleeve. You might wear it in the winter time when it's getting a little cold. Those are in the back, and then the t-shirts and stuff are in the front, and then behind it, I have things I almost never access. I have a spare towel back there. I have one other towel that's out. I usually have that one out. I have a spare one shoved back there. I actually have a network kit tool if I need to replace a network wire, which surprisingly has been happening more frequently. So I went ahead and crammed that back there. And any other small miscellaneous items also go back there. So now I can just take this. Now when I do laundry, I can fold up my shirts. I can put them in their own dedicated spot and they're not going to meander throughout the whole top. I put one over here for the shirts. I put one over here for the pants. And then the last one I actually don't have back there because what I have over here are shorter ones that actually do fit. And these ones are actually perfect for your delicacies. So I roll those up in here and I set them in, and I have 2 of these back there. So there's 8 little holes in each one of these. I think I got these at Walmart for $5. There's another one back here which is completely full. I do have a pack of socks up here because a few of my pairs of socks have holes in them, so I'm going to throw those out when I cycle them out and cycle these back in. So now I have another set back here. Those are in the back. And then these guys will just sit here perfectly. And now we have near perfect organization up here. So if you're looking at the Promaster and wanting to find a way to organize and use this space up here, these little containers, you can get them pretty much anywhere. I've seen them in, they'll probably find them at Target. You can find them at Walmart. I found these ones at Ollie's, and they were really cheap. And that actually solved the biggest problem I was having up here of not knowing where my shirts are, going, I gotta have more shirts up here, but then you're digging around and everything's going everywhere. This solved that problem. And I'll tell you that that in and of itself was, oh, this is the best $5 I've spent in a long time. Now I have good organization up here. So hopefully that helped you out with some planning and storage ideas. If you have a Promaster, what do you use this part for? I'm curious. I said, that's my dresser. What other ideas do you guys use for up there? I would love to know in the comments down below to see if, hey, maybe I move my dresser somewhere else and do something else with that space. That's good to know. So let me know in the comments down below what you're doing. If you're considering a Promaster, what do you think that might be used for? And I find it's been a great dresser other than that organization thing, and I think I have solved that problem now. So thanks for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so. Share this video far and wide, and we will see you a little bit further down the road.